the hammer falls. A judge, labeled left-leaning by some, delivers a blow against Trump's Department of Education. The ruling, just announced on March 22, 2025, sends shockwaves through Washington. Another brick in the wall of Trump's agenda chipped away by the judiciary. This is no isolated incident, folks. It's a pattern, a trend, a full-blown judicial smackdown. This latest legal setback is just one in a string of defeats for the administration. Since the start of his second term, Trump has faced more than a dozen adverse rulings. That's like one every 4 days. Judges across the country are putting the brakes on Trump's policies. This president can't seem to catch a break, legally speaking, that is. Trump's second term has been a whirlwind of lawsuits and legal challenges. From immigration to education, environmental regulations to healthcare, the courts have become a battleground. Judges have questioned the legality, constitutionality, and even the basic decency of some administration actions. Trump and his allies cry foul. They claim a coordinated effort by activist judges to undermine the democratically elected president. They see these rulings as politically motivated attacks. They point to the fact that many of these judges were appointed by previous administrations, particularly the Democrats. It's a conspiracy, they say, a deep state plot. Trump supporters are up in arms. They see this latest ruling, and the many that came before it, as a blatant example of judicial overreach. Unelected judges, they argue, are substituting their own judgment for the will of the people. This, they claim, is a threat to democracy itself. Some even whisper the dreaded I word, impeachment. They argue that these judges are deliberately obstructing the president's ability to govern. This, they claim, is a high crime and misdemeanor. They demand action, consequences, and a return to what they see as proper order. Critics of the administration tell a different story. They argue that the judiciary is simply fulfilling its constitutional duty to provide a check on executive power. They point out that the separation of powers is a cornerstone of American democracy. The courts, they argue, are not there to rubber stamp the president's every whim. They see these rulings as a necessary defense against an administration that has shown a blatant disregard for the rule of law. The courts, they believe, are the last line of defense against tyranny.